Hi, this is Adele, and today we are going to explore a seated side stretch pose. So, seated poses are actually more challenging for those of us who do not have a habit of sitting on the ground, especially from young. And then it poses a challenge because without the ability to keep ourselves more upright when sitting on the ground, to add on other positions such as rotating and side stretch makes it more challenging. So I would like you to explore sitting on a cushion later on, or just sitting on blocks, or just taking the pose to a lesser degree if that works better for you. That being said, we will prep ourselves from the ground and slowly taking the pose up. So go ahead and lie down on your back. Okay, just make yourself comfortable with the back of the head on the ground, knees bent, arms beside the body. Just have your knees bent and lock the knees in. So what we want here is really to soften across the lower belly and the groin area. Your arms outstretched. Take just a few moments to see if you can allow the body weight to rest on the ground. You can close your eyes if you prefer, relaxing your fingers and toes, and let the ground cradle you. Roll a little bit on the back of the head from side to side, easing out the neck and the jaws as you welcome yourself to your practice today. Let the head settle to the center. Both hands to the lower belly, below the belly button. Almost relax to the side. Take an inhale and feel the breath going all the way down to the lower belly to the pelvis. Exhale. Inhale, imagine the air going all the way down to the base. And exhale. One more time to inhale. And exhale. Then from here, you just let your right arm come next to your ears. You keep the elbows slight bend and just keep it there for a while. Allow the armpit area, the shoulders to drop. Take the left arm, do it the same. Just let the elbows be soft. You are getting a little stretch across the chest without reacting from the jaws or the neck. Keep the arms like this and then start to windshield wiper your knees from right to left. Not aiming for the ground, but just really rolling across the sacral area, the lower back area, like we roll across the back of the head just now. Just take a few sweep from side to side as the weight of the legs go closer to the ground gradually. If your shoulders tend to bunch up already, you can release the arms lower down. Then just drop it to the right side. It may be in the air, it might be closer to the ground. You start to feel a little rotation, a little chest turn, and the left side of the body to the outer or to the front of the left hip just stretching out. Come back to center and just windshield the knees to the second side. You can always take the arms by the side of the body. So getting a right frontal hip stretch and a chest stretch, you can turn to look towards the ceiling. And slowly come back to center. Then from there, bring your right knee to the chest and pull at the back of the knee, just pull the leg in. Left leg can straight out forwards, just hover it there. And exhale, crunch up. Relax the head down, plant the left foot, drop the right foot, and change. Hold at the back of the left knee. Feel like you're pressing the thigh against the lower belly. And right leg hovers straighten and lift the shoulders and the chest. And relax the head down, both knees bent. Take the hands at the back of your knees, your big toes touching, your knees lie open. Roll across the back from side to side. Good. And then allow yourself to settle in the center. See if your thighs can come down closer to the sides of the waist. Relax the shoulders. Take the right hand at the back of the right knee with the sole of the foot pointing upwards. Then change, right foot comes down, left knee bends, sole of the foot facing up to the skies like half a happy baby. Then both knees bend, sole of the foot facing up, and gently roll across your rounded back. Okay, just allowing the knees to come outwards to the outer side a little bit more. Then come back to the center, breathe. Just point your toes and flex. Point and flex. Point and flex. Point, press the feet together. And just use your hands to go around, catch the ankle. Some of us will be pretty round up. So you can roll a few times right to left. And slowly from there, you raise your shoulders and chest and gaze lightly towards the navel. And slowly lower the chest and shoulders down. Squeeze your knees to the midline. Just let the knees bend, the feet hover. Then you just gently roll from side to side a few more times, rolling across the back. Good. Then slowly, once again, you plant both feet down to the ground. Hands by the sides of your mat. Pull down the sides of the mat long as you plant your feet hip width apart. Tuck your tail. And then from there, lift the weight of the buttocks until it's high. And then you feel like you stretch the belly to the direction of the knees. Bridge pose. You can press down your hands. You can pull down the mat. And exhale, slowly drop the butt down. Roll to one side. And slowly prop yourself up, all the way come onto hands and knees on all fours. Then from there, okay, you undulate the spine more, you can point back the toes, hands below shoulders, knees below the hips. Point the tail, sink the belly and stretch the chest forward to cow. Tuck the tail, round the back, press the ground away in cat. Point tail, sink belly, stretch chest forward, cow. Tuck tail, hunch back, chin towards the chest, cat. Inhale in your cow pose. And this time, bring your big toes together. Exhale, extended child's pose. Spread your fingers, your arms go straight, forehead facing the ground. Let the buttocks be heavy as you soften across the hip crease. Then from there, come back onto hands and knees. Slide your right knee to the right wrist, left toes tucked under, stretch the left leg straight behind you. Point the left toes, you push your palms and just allow the chest and belly to stretch out forward as you gaze front. You're sitting on your right heel but with hand support, so the ankles are still pretty alright. Then you push down the palm if you can, you tuck the back toes and squeeze the back leg straight for a little while. Drop the back knee soft. We're going to, a few times, you feel like you spread the toes and squeeze the back leg straight for a little while. Drop the left knee down again, one more time, squeeze the back leg, breathing. You can stretch your chest out forward if you can, staying for 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the back knee down and slide the left knee forward. Then sit into hero pose. Take your arms forward, inhale. Bend your elbows, circle the arms backwards. And then a few times of this soft circle, spreading across the chest with your elbows soft. If you find that it feels very restricted, feel free to come into high kneeling. Then let's go counter direction. Feel like you spread out the back with the soft elbows. Feel like you're swimming almost. Back broad, jaws soft, fingers soft. Good, then from there, take your hands on the thighs. Stretch your belly and chest out like a kneeling down cow pose. Hands on thighs, round your back like a kneeling down cat pose. Look forward, press yourself into high kneeling position. And then from there, take your right foot step forward, a short lunge. Slide your hands beside the foot and then stretch your chest out long for a little while. Good. The back knee down is on the ground. Tuck the back toes. Squeeze the back leg straight in a lunge position. So just now we already practiced squeezing the left leg straight for a while. Stretch out the chest long. Then from there, just reach the right arm forward. And then take the right arm in circles as your left fingers hold the ground. You're holding the lunge as well. And then opposite direction, circle with the right arm. And then stretch the right arm forward. If you find good enough strength for you, your left arm can go forward as well as you sit into your hips. Front knee bend, back leg straight. Drop the hands down, back knee down. Now shift the weight back and dig into the front heel, half split. This time you point back your toes and then drag the foot and your body to sit back into hero, sitting on your heels. Feel free to use your hands on blocks and pull the right toes towards the face. Take a little while if you like to point and flex your foot a few times on the front straight leg. Just moving circulation all through to the toes. Good. Then from there, okay, walk the hands forward as you rebend the front knee, come into that short lunge. Hands down, shift the right knee back, and then you can point your toes. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. As you look back, you tuck the toes and over the knees. Shift the buttocks back into downward facing dog as your legs gradually straighten. Pedal up and down your heels a few times. Stretch the lower leg as your arms squeeze straight. Grip your fingers to get that nice inner hand support. Then from there, tiptoe knee to ground. Left knee slide forward. Right leg straight, leg back. Use the hands to prop and feel like your weight is even on the left ankle and your right leg. Tuck back the right toes. And then from there, if you can, squeeze the back leg straight. Land the knee. Squeeze the right leg straight. Land the knee. One more time. Squeeze the right leg straight. Just holding for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Drop the knee, slide the knee forward. Come back into hero pose. Let's vary up a little bit by coming into high kneeling. Put padding below the knees if you need to. Point back the toes. Inhale, arms up. This time, cactus arms, bending the elbows, dragging down the shoulders, reaching the arms up. Cactus arms, exhale. Reach your arms overhead. And cactus arms. Let's put the elbow to shoulder height. Now close the forearms, rounding your arm back. Open across the chest. Broadening your back. Opening the chest. One more time. Close like you're closing a window. And open out. Then from there, release the arms back. Take your arms straight line back, palms facing, upper arms facing. Stay here or interlace your fingers. Squeeze the upper arms in and pull down the fists. Pull down the fists. Let your belly just stretch as you look forward. Breathing. 3. Feel the shoulders pull downwards towards the waist. 2. And 1. Release the hands. Take yourself back onto all fours. Then let's from here take the left foot step forward. Come into a lunge first. So it's a right angle lunge with the front knee square, back leg square. Hands beside you. Beside front foot. And back leg squeeze straight for a little while. So you can always place the right foot more to the right side. Hand more or less in line with the foot. Then you're sitting into your right fingers and your left heel. Left arm, circle. Keep the elbows soft a few times. Your chest might turn a little to the left side, that's normal. Good. And then counter the direction a few times. Nothing aggressive, feel like you stretch out the chest muscle. Then take the arm next to your ears if you feel the back leg is holding you well. Both arms stretched out forward, extended. Breathe for 5. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Slide the hand down. This time, drop the back knee still, point back the toes. Walk the hands back as you squeeze the front leg straight. Sit the body into your heels. Let the buttock weight go towards the ankles, on fingers, on blocks. Point and flex your front foot a few times. Your ankle, okay, your right thigh, pretty much stretched out like this. You feel like you're doing a pedicure on your heel, okay? Then just release, then we're moving forward. Rebend the left knee, step forward, hands to ground. This time, pick up the back thigh and step forward. Knee bend, fold into your legs into a forward fold. Hands opposite elbow, cradle your forehead in a ragdoll position. Let the weight shift forward as your butt and your thighs go back like down dog. Tap your body, your elbow to the right side and tap it to the left side. One more time, come right. Feel the long left side waist. One more time, come left. This time we go back to the right side. Let your hands find your ankles, barely press against the thighs. Breathe. Walk to the second side, hands to ankles, belly drape over the thigh, over bend knees or straight legs both ways. Come back to center, then from there bend your knees slightly and slowly use your hands to press your thighs and come up all the way to standing upright. Feet pointing forward. From here, take your palms to heart center so you can feel like your chest and heart shine towards your palm. Lean weight forward, tiptoe balance, oops, and down. A few times like this, tiptoe balance, press down the inner foot and down. One more time, tiptoe balance, staying, 5, 4, let the chest, heart rise towards the thumb, 3, 2, 1. Drop the heels down, right arm, both arms down, left arm next to your ear. Tip over to the right side, pressing the hip to the left, right shoulder drop down. Good. Feel like your chest wants to turn towards the left side. Breathe. The arm pretty close to the ear. It can be bent if you like to, but feel like you're initiating action from the ribs. Slowly inhale, come up, left arm down, take your time. Right arm next to your ears. You side bend towards the left side, hip push towards the right wall, chin away from chest. Feel free to add in a little rotation of the chest facing the right side. Nothing intense, we are rotating more of the chest than the head. Ground into your feet. Then from there, exhale slowly, both arms down to the side. Reach your arms back as per just now, straight arm back. Interlace your fingers, squeeze your upper arms or hold a strap between your hands and squeeze the arms straight. Add in your feet about 1 or 2 feet width apart, bend your knees and just allow the chest to open a little bit more. So if your knees bend, a soft lower back, you open the chest. Feel free to sit the butt deeper as you drape your body forward. And then you just slightly turn your chest to the right side over stable feet. Turn back forward and turn your chest slightly to the left as the hands go away. Come back to the center. Some of us like to rest the belly on the thighs as we will on the shoulders. Some of us will add in the straight legs and forward fold with arms overhead, or just fists pulling back to your own degree. Getting a shoulder stretch, you squeeze your upper arms, you release the jaws. Let's release the fists onto the back as we bend the knees. Let the fingers slide down towards the ankles. Lightly float the chest. Hands to heart or arms next to your ears. Inhale, press yourself all the way up to standing. And release your hands in front of your heart. Hands beside you, right leg stays, hand to hip. Feel like use your hands to squeeze your hip to the center, finding nice, good balance. Okay, then take your left foot, big step back, about 1 meter away. I will move my right foot a little bit more rightwards, so I feel stable as though I'm in a tightrope. Bend the back knee just so slightly, and see if your heels can ground up. If it doesn't, you can always put a towel at the base of the heel. Then squeeze the back leg straight. One more time, bend it. And squeeze the back leg straight. Then let your chest turn forward. Let's bend the front knee first. And then let the body go onto the front thigh more. Good. Now can you squeeze the back leg straight as you find balance? Stretch the chest out forward. It's like going to humble warrior. You can reach the arms back. Then slowly from there, inhale, take the arms next to your ears and all the way use the arms to help you come upright. Hands to heart center. One more time, inhale. This time, squeeze the front leg straight, tip forward from the hip, halfway forward. Good. Take the arms back. Interlace your fingers, squeeze your arms straight. Let your chest be broad as you go into this halfway fold. Bend the front knee, lift the torso up, draw the fist down. Your warrior one, allow the chest, the belly to stretch out from the pelvis. Return your gaze forward, hands to hips, and step your back foot forward. Change sides. Weight on left foot, right foot, big step back. Where you can find that balance, left foot can go left first. Use the hands to squeeze your hips. Feel like, almost like when you exhale just now when lying down, there's a lift of the pelvic floor. So you can bend the front knee, bend the back knee first, and see if your back heel gets to the ground. If it's really too intense, the back heel on a towel or in the air. Squeeze the back leg straight. One more time, bend the back knee and squeeze it straight. Now focus on turning your chest to the left side. Okay, and squeeze the hip to the center, halfway fold. Bend the front knee. Take the arms back, interlace the other thumb on top and squeeze the fist back. Stretch your chest out long, like you're laying the length of the belly across the front thigh. And while you're here, maybe see if you can squeeze your left leg straight. Halfway fold, maybe take the fist away from the back. Rebend the front knee as you release the hands and inhale all the way, take your arms overhead. Take the arms straight back behind you, interlace your fingers, fist draw down, lift up the belly, stretch the chest out. Look ahead, release your hands, lift up the back heel and step forward. And hands to hips, halfway fold, flat back. Slightly bend the knees and see if you can stretch the belly out forward. Then using your third finger in the inner hip crease, and then you see if you fold a little bit more. Maybe we are here, maybe our hands are on blocks, okay? Or maybe our hands is on our legs. Squeeze one leg straighter. Any leg. Stretch out the chest if you are hunching excessively. Squeeze the other leg straighter. You want more challenge, buttock shift forward more. So if you feel it's really intense, you go on the leg that you probably want to spend a little bit more time on. Those who can, both legs. So your chest is lifted. Those who want, you can fold over your straight legs. Okay, don't force it. Bend the knee. Take the arms forward and up into chair and all the way rise up to standing. Release your arms down to the side. Hands to hips, take your left foot a big step back and open both feet wide. Wide parallel legs, wide angle pose. So using the core that you just find over that stance, take the hip crease is here where the leg meet in the pelvis. Push the buttocks back and then your third finger will feel that, oh, that area. Can I soften that area a little bit? If you use your finger to touch it, is it too tense against your finger? See if we can release it. Slide your hands below the chest, can be on blocks, on fingers. Then take a moment, feel how your back is stretching forward. Your lighter fingers, right toes angle up 60. Bend the knee and walk your body against your right thigh. Okay, I'm tracking my knee to the second third toe, opening my thigh out to the right side. Then I take my left hand on hip as I elongate the spine. Feel free to stay or take the left arm up to the sky. Breathe. Option, take the left arm across the head. Exhale, slide the hand down. Move it in a flow, right toes turn forward, left foot angle out 60. Walk the body to the left inner thigh. Open the thigh out to the left, but continue to press down the big toe mound. Stretch the spine long. You want to rotate on a very hunchback, want to rotate against a long spine. Right hand on hip, stretch the chest out forward long. Option, right arm into the sky. Or right arm across the ear. Exhale, slide the hand down. Both hands walk back to the center. Your feet is still wide. Feel free to stay like this with fingers on the ground and just practice getting your legs straight as you wedge against the big pinky toe. Or feel free to fold your body a little bit closer to the ground with hands between the feet. Breathe. Shoulders away from ears, steady. Have a block handy if you need to. Then walk back onto your fingers. Or everyone just grab a block if you have it. Okay. Then you can use the blocks below the hands as same thing. You turn the right toes angle up. Bend the right knee. And maybe you get to sit a little bit deeper into your squat. You can use your hands. You can put a block below your buttocks. And then you use your hands to go towards the right side as you sit on a block and your left leg goes straight. Good. Take a little while. You're on fingers, that's fine. Your heel is deep in the ground. The left leg, your toes pull towards the face. Take a little while. So there's no, when you're not squatting for real, okay, this is a paid squatting, you're sitting on a block, okay, there's less pressure on the knee, okay, so just, you can pretty much sit upright. But if it's too much for you, okay, you just keep a little bit weight on your hands. Good. Drag the left heel imaginarily towards the left sit bone. Then from there, let's take the block out so you can use it to travel. So you want to stand your right foot, your left knee bend, angle the foot 60 degrees out, bend the knee. Maybe you see my left heel is coming up. And my right heel is to the ground. I can sit on the block, on side. Some of us may have to shift the foot out accordingly so that we feel comfortable. Okay, if you feel that it's hurting at the knee, okay, you can always, just a little bit bend and then pull the heel isometrically towards the sit bones. And then use your hands for support, or you feel free to sit up taller. If you're sitting up taller, see if your spine can grow tall. Skandasana with the block. Good. Take a little while until your breath becomes more fluid. And slowly from there, take your hands to the ground and then shift the weight back to the center as your feet parallel to each other. You stretch out the spine halfway. Stay here with hands on blocks all to ground and forward fold for those who want to. Take a little while, shoulders away from ears, hands just supporting the ground in a wide angle forward fold. Then lift your chest, slide the hands forward. Right toes turn forward. Back heel lift up, drop the back knee, slide the right knee back onto all fours. Toes point back. Inhale in cow pose. But directly exhale, tuck toes under, downward facing dog with butt and thighs to the sky. Squeeze your arms straight so that you feel that it's helping you to elongate the spine. Grip down the first 3 fingers, neck and jaws is soft. Maybe your heels is up, maybe your heels are down. Raise your heels, everyone, and then from there, turn the heels towards the right side, toes turn left side. Interlateral stretch. You can press down on the right hand and left hand on fingers so you can turn the chest lightly towards the left. Good. Too much? Keep the hand on the ground. Press down the left hand, raise the heels to the center. Both heels wedge to the left side. Left arm got the press super strong. Right hand on fingers. You can feel like you're looking underneath the right armpit. Release the palms down. Raise the heels. Come on tiptoes, knees to ground. Sit the buttocks back into extended child's pose. So hands pretty much are trying to stay where they are while your butt going backwards. Raise the elbows. And then from there, take your right hand, tread through. And then just allow your chest and your face to turn a little bit towards the left side. So you are resting against the right shoulder, right upper arm area. Breathe. So try to get the buttocks weight downwards and back towards the heels. A little lopsided, the left hand is helping. Turn back forward to face the ground, right arm untracks, left hand slide through, palm face down or up is okay. Then if you feel that your left shoulder is not on the ground for me either, okay, but if you want to, you can always put a towel below it or block below it. Then you can turn lightly towards the right arm. Your bottom palm can face up, your left palm can face up or down towards the ground as you like. Then from there, both arms stretch forward. Narrow the hands, drop the elbows to the ground and interlace the fingers. Can you get snug in pretty close to your thighs? You can either stay with your palms facing down to the ground, arms outstretched. Those are pretty close to the ground. See if you can bend your elbows and put the fists either in front of your forehead, over the back of the head, or over the back of the neck. Feel the armpit press down to the ground. Feel the belly press down onto the thighs. Release the feet forward. Take the arms all the way straight front. Come back to hands and knees. Then drop the elbows down onto the ground as you interlace your fingers. Point tail, sink belly and stretch chest. Tuck tail, hunch back, gaze towards the navel. Both legs straightening one at a time into forearm. Then land the knee behind you, turn back the toes, lay all the way, stretch out the thighs as your elbows catch the ground. Open your arms parallel to one another, Sphinx pose. Both legs streamline straight. Face down the thighs. Then glance over your right shoulder, right hip, right heel. Turn back forward, glance over left shoulder, left hip, left heel. Come back forward, open the elbows out and lie on your belly for a little bit. Stretch the arms out forward in front of you. Turn the palm facing as though you're holding a block between the hands. Forehead down to the ground. Firm your legs closer, two straight lines. So about a fist or 2 fists width apart, hip width apart is fine. Firm the knees off as you press down the toenails. Lift the shoulders, lift the chest. And feel free to lift the arms and lift the feet. Stay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, everything come down. Bend the elbows, hands beside the ribs. Roll the shoulders away and baby cobra. Elbows hug in. Stretch the chest and the belly out forward. Press down the palms. Come back to all fours. Tuck the toes. Press the thighs and buttocks back. Coming back to downward facing dog. Squeezing the arms, stretching the fingers forward. Breathe. Raise the heels, get the right leg up to the sky. Three-legged dog. A few times you may need to shift forward onto the mat. Bend the knee, curl it towards the chest. Right leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. Bend the knee towards the chest. One more time, right leg to the sky. And right foot step between the hands. Back foot flat, heel in line with heel or heel next to your heel alignment. Sit into your front thigh as you stretch the chest. Right hand can be light, left arm out in line with ears. Come up through warrior 2. Front knee bend towards square. Back leg goes straight. Squeeze the front leg straight. And bend it. Squeeze the front leg straight. And bend it. Now that it's nice and stable, the back leg can go straight. Reach 1 more inch forward. Left palm time, right palm turn. Reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel both hands down next to the foot and raise your back heel. Drop the back knee, tuck the back toes to the left side, and sweep your right foot back in line, hand, knee, foot in the same line as you open the right arm up and lift the hip. You can slightly feel like your buttocks a little bit squeezed towards the right side. Top arm can reach across the ear. And exhale, take the hands down, both knees down to the ground, all fours. Drop the elbows to the ground and interlace your fingers with elbow shoulder width apart. Inhale, undulate the spine. Exhale, round. Look at your legs as you squeeze one leg followed by the other leg straight into a forearm plank. You will feel stable. Get the shoulders stressed directly over the elbows, looking beyond your knuckles. Land the knees, point back the toes, Sphinx pose. Open the elbows, both arms parallel, stretch out the belly. Take a little while as your pelvis rests heavy. You feel like you're swaying your upper body from side to side. Then from there, open the elbows, lay down the chest. Take the hands down by the side of the ribs. Inhale, come through baby cobra. Or stretch your belly and chest out in a little higher in a high cobra. Lean weight back, tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. Thighs and buttocks back up to the sky. Take a little while in downward dog, getting the spine extended. The thighs and the buttocks back. Excuse me. Then from there, heels raise, left leg up just to your degree. Bend the knee, curl it towards the chest. Left leg up, three-legged dog. Curl the knee forward as you push down into your hands. One more time, lift the left leg. Left foot step between the hands, right foot flat, almost parallel but slightly angled forward. Heel to heel or heel next to heel alignment. You want to let the weight go down, drive down to the ground while your spine grows long. Left fingers light, right arm stretch out in line with the ears. Cartwheel both arms up into warrior two. Find expansion, find reach through the hands. Shoulders are soft. Squeeze the left leg straight. Bend it. Squeeze the front leg straight. Bend it. Now that you're stable, reach one more inch forward. Right palm down, left palm turn, reverse your warrior, stretching up. You're stretching from hip all the way to armpit as the back hand rests down. Exhale, cartwheel both hands down next to your front foot. Lift up the back heel. Drop the right knee down, tuck the right toes to the right side. Left foot flat behind you. Palm, knee, foot in the same line. Don't sit back to the heels. You slightly feel like your buttock help you to extend your hip. Left arm to the sky. Lift the waistline away from the bottom. Take the top arm across the ear option. Feel that your shoulder blades is stable on your back. Then release the hand down, release the knee down, all fours. Let's go back, downward facing dog. Exhale. Take 2 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Come on tiptoes, knees to ground. This time, right knee slide to the right wrist and right foot pulls out forward. You're on the hands to start with, left toe tuck and squeeze the left leg straight. Then from there, you want to lay the left thigh facing the ground, left knee, left ankle facing the ground. Your hands are supporting you, your right butt may be hovering. That's where a block comes in handy or a bolster comes in handy. Some of us have more range to keep the front shin parallel. The knees angle out to the right side. So you're staying here on fingers first, not going down yet. So you want to feel that the left hip is stretching as you wedge against the right pinky toe and the left leg goes straight. Breathe. Not exactly a resting pigeon, just a transit. Good. Then from there, you're going to pull the block out from underneath. So you can sit your bum to your right side and your right heel comes towards the groin as your left leg turns to face the thigh down. Some of us will be leaning a lot to the right side. That's where your block or a towel, okay, come in handy. You just sit onto it. So it gives you a more upright posture. And then how far you take the left leg out to the left side is going to be determined by your inner thigh. So you can pull it closer and get the V a little bit more narrow. Then try to place your weight in the center. Use your fingers if you like to, just to, just touch in a little bit, okay? Self-adjustment, okay? And then feel like you're just softening the hip crease so you can lean a little bit more forwards. Then you might feel, okay, nah, I'm better off sitting upright. Those who can, okay, you want to fold from this hip crease and lean forward, hands to the ground below the chest. As your left leg straight, too much tension in the knee, put the towel roll below the back of the left knee. So we're leaning a little bit frontwards. Seeing it well. Sitting on a cushion will definitely be more comfortable. Then, like you to explore, if you're leaning forward, walk both hands a little bit leftwards. See if we can soften the hip crease so you can fold your body down. You're folding your body towards the inner left thigh. You can walk back to the center as you slowly come up. And then from there, you turn your chest towards the right knee again and tuck the back toes, draw the left knee in and come back onto all fours. Second side, left knee, left wrist, left foot pulls up, right leg straight line back facing the thigh, knee and ankle down to the ground. Use hands to push. One hip will feel markedly different from the other. Left butt is floating, put a block just slightly wedged. Not for you to sit fully, but really just for you to have feedback of where is level for your hip. Okay, your right leg straight, reaching back, your hands supporting some of the weight. So it's an outer left hip stretch, never forcing into the knee or the front ankle. Using your hands for lots and lots of support will be very nice. Breathe. Take a little while here, relaxing the jaws. Nah, I'm not going to let you sit there. I'm not going to let you lean forward, more active in this one. Here. Then from there, you shift the weight and you take out the block as you sit over towards the left butt and getting the right leg stretched up forward. So my back profile, if you like to, you just sit on a block or no blocks. Towel, the heel to the groin, the right leg can close in more. Use your fingers behind you, beside your hip to sit tall. That will be most comfortable for your inner left knee. You can sit tall, and that's where you return the curves of the spine. If you feel a little bit comfortable, you can feel free to hinge forward. I'm hinging from the hip crease, not rounding from my back. Little difference there. You can lean your weight forward. If it proves too challenging or short of breath, don't go any forward. Some of us can go quite far forward. Check out which one works better for you. Not going to be too long. We walk the hands towards the right straight leg. Folding at the hip crease is like finding that hip crease which allows us to go a little bit closer to the right thigh. The right heel is wedging against the ground. The right knee is as though it's pressing into a towel roll. Walk back through center and slowly come upright. Then from there, you can take the block out or you can just directly press down the big toe on the right foot as you take your hands forward. Drop the right knee, shift both knees back on all fours. Toes back, knees parallel with your feet parallel. Sit the buttocks back into extended child's pose. Arms by the side of the body. Let the shoulders spread, let the back spread for a little while. Come up through kneeling position. And this time, sit over to one side and bring both knees forward. Feel free to put blocks below your thighs. So you're in Baddha Konasana, which is bound angle or butterfly pose. So feel free to pull the heel towards the groin. But if you feel yourself rounding backwards, sit on a cushion. Or just feel free to move the foot a little bit more forward. So you don't want the knees to come too high over the hips. Okay. So you use your arms as two guide wires to really elongate the spine to sit tall. Then we're going back to the same pose, revisiting it. Okay, so the right heel into the groin, left leg stretch out. Same reminder, your belly button point towards the right heel. Adding a little bit of rotation with option for a more rested position. So if you like to, you can put a block on your outstretched leg. Okay, we'll see how we use it. A towel will be actually better. Okay, you can put it across your shin. See where it stays. Okay, so you want to step your right foot into your left thigh. Use your hands, one in front of the ankle, one behind the hip, and see if you can press yourself to sit taller. Once you sit taller with the finger support, you turn the chest left towards the right, and left hand can come out to the outer right thigh. So I'm just here, getting the spine to straighten up, getting the chest to lift up, and a little bit roll back the right shoulder. So rotating mostly the chest. Then from here, okay, you can look slightly forward so you know what you're looking in for. Okay, your hands you holding the thigh, you tip your left shoulder downwards. You can stay like this. Okay, so it's active. Or you can take the block if you feel like, now it hurts. Okay, you can take a block and put it below, so you can use your arm as a little kickstand, like this. So block is a little flimsy because it doesn't catch the leg so much. Okay, and then from there you can stay as you work on stretching the spine long and rotating the chest while keeping the back nice and neutral. Option to take the right arm into the sky. You can use your hands to interlace if you're using the block version. So you use your elbow tip against the lower leg and the top elbow feel like it's opening the chest as the back of the hands rests, the back of the head rests into your hands. For those who are doing the active version, so I'll show you. So you are still holding your left thigh, your left shoulder deep. Okay. You're resting your body against the inner left thigh. Top arm going to the sky option. Or top arm reached across the head. You're getting a nice juicy side body stretch. Maybe your hand touch your toes. Maybe it stays there. You can also vary the arms to rotate to turn the chest more facing forward. Breathe. For another 3, 2, 1. Take the right arm into the sky, everyone. Press the palm facing right side. Exhale. Slowly come up. Release the hands and you turn back forward. Bring the feet together. Bound angle. Take a moment. Left heel to the groin. Right leg stretch out. You can put the blocks. Get them ready. One underneath the thigh. One on the thigh. Okay. Choose the option, either the relaxed version or the active version. Okay, so but one hand in front, right hand in front of ankle, left hand beside your butt. Try to tip your weight more forward so it's like your belly is spilling towards the front hip. Good, and let your chest turn towards the left side. When you're ready, right hand catch the outer left thigh. Take an inhale, get the spine tall. You can look slightly forward as you tip your right shoulder towards the inner right knee. Stay here, stay here. Option to take the top arm into the sky, onto the hip, across the ear. If you're going lower, The right shoulder is coming on the inner thigh. You catch the toes. You manage to catch the toes really tight for me today. You can turn the chest upwards. Okay, keeping a little bit more weight to your left butt. Those who are doing the other version, your hand can hold behind the back of the head. Your other hand can hold at the top of the ear. So choose the version that works for you. And you might already notice as you stay for 3 more counts that one side is relatively easier than the other. Wherever your bottom shoulder or arm position is, take the top into the sky, palms face left. Exhale. Slowly press yourself up and release both hands down. Bring the feet together, down angle pose. Bring the feet more forward and lift the knees. Slide your hands underneath the ankle, palms face down. Okay, you can stay here or you can drop the elbows down and wrap your hands around the toes. As you round your back into a tortoise shape and hunch, feel like someone scoop your buttocks back towards the back. And then broaden across the back laterally outwards while keeping the shoulders away from the ears. As your chin is coming close to your chest, okay, it makes it a little bit more challenging to breathe, but you still can. Stretch the belly and chest out forward. Lift the knees so you can take your arms out from under. Squeeze the knees together. Shift your buttocks to one side as you slowly take your legs out long forward. Forearms catch the ground and slowly lie down on your back. Bend the knees, feet on the ground. Hands beside the thighs. You take a moment to gently roll against the back of the head as you press the back of the head down. Neck feels long. Hands support beside the thighs. A quick glance towards your knees, about hip width apart. Once again, tuck the tail. Press the feet as you lift your buttocks up. Press the back of the head gently down. And then feel a stretch out forward towards the knee once you get your buttocks up. Shoulders resist the temptation to ride up towards the ears. Breathe, bridge pose. A little hug of the thighs towards the midline, as though you have a box between the inner thighs. Any gripping on the breath tells you quite clearly you're working a little bit too hard at the end of the class. Slowly let your buttocks come down. So left knee bend, right leg stretch out forward, heel to the ground. So you just make yourself comfortable. You can open your hands a little wider. So you can just point flex your right leg as the thigh lay on the ground. Just point flex. So it's that same pedicure going down to the back of the heel. Good. Feel like it's stretching from the thigh, the knees soft. Just letting the sensations, just stretching, pointing and flexing a few times. Good, then just let it rest. Where else can you release? Maybe across the lower back, maybe across the front of the lower belly area. Bend the right knee, left leg stretch out forward. So you're stepping to your right foot. If it feels more stable for you, move the right foot to the right side and just point flex your left foot as the leg lay long. Good. I feel my calves feel the front of the ankles and the shins area. Keeping my knees soft so that I can let the sensations travel up the thigh, back of the thighs. Good. You can make the movement pretty small. Then from there, just let the heel dig in the ground, toes point towards the ceiling. Just stay. Left heel continue to wedge, right leg joins it. So thighs is facing up, maybe from here a few times. Just small degree, maybe smaller than just now. point flex your feet a few times. Feel the ripple effect all the way down. Up the spine. Good. Make it even smaller. Okay, and then from there, open the heel wider, let the legs drop out to the side. Soften across the low back, soften across the chest as your palms face up to the sky. And this is the final pose in Shavasana. Fingers curl like that of a little baby. Soften across the chest, tops of shoulders, sides of neck and jaws. Close your eyes. If you need to, you have about a little while more to adjust yourself. And once you are well adjusted, commit to being still. Just you and your breath. Nothing else. If thoughts come into your mind, see if you can be like a third person, just watch it pass. You can continue to lie down here for a little while more, or as long as you need to. Otherwise, become more aware of your body, of your breath. Start to roll over to one side comfortable. A few breaths here, lying on the side. Use your top hand, prop the grounds, come up to a sit face forward. Gentle breathing. Hopefully a more easeful sit. And know that if you should need to, give yourself the resources or ask for help to help you to have a more comfortable seat in your daily activities, in your work, in your family life, in your relationship. So just use the resources around you, ask for help if you need to. Slide your hands to your heart center. Give thanks to yourself for your patience, for your commitment to your practice. Gently blink open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you.